Basin City, the city where criminals never sleep, where justice is violent and the innocent live in fear. Here, on the uneasy streets, one detective works tirelessly in the name of the law. That detective's name? Queenie Quillam, known to criminals everywhere as the man called Q. Scene 1. Q Investigations Office. Episode 1. The Mystery of the Tim Doll. Queenie Quillam, top of her class in Harvard, known worldwide for bringing down the Gonzalez-Smith gang, and now leader of the Q Investigations Office. Here, in her domain, Queenie takes on her morning ritual, a cigarette and a monologue.
May 5th, 1940. It's been 1940 for 83 years. That's just what this town does to you. It blankets everything in mediocrity until time doesn't matter anymore.
Hey, Queenie!
What do you want, Sebastian? Shouldn't his secretary know better than to interrupt someone?
Aw, gee, I'm sorry, Queenie. I was just gonna go out and get a pumpkin venti. Do you want one?
Venti. Sounds like 20. Different words to describe the same thing. Just like people. One person sees an honest man going to work. Another sees a stone-cold killer fired from work.
I'll get that. Hello? Oh, it's you, Chief. Uh-huh. All right, I'll let her know. Hey, Queenie, that was Chief Keith on the phone. He's got a case for you. Oh, Chief Keith!
I've got a case for you, Queenie.
A case? Another day, another murder, and nothing ever changes.
Oh, I put a cork in it. Not everything's a murder.
So, what's the job today?
It's a murder. Our guy today, Victor Timothy, goes by the name Vic Tim, was working as a mailman until this morning, and then nothing. His neighbour went to go check on him, and that's when he saw blood under the front door, and he called us.
Of course! That explains why we didn't get the papers today, Queenie.
Who was that witness?
According to our notes, the neighbour goes by the name Tell. Clint Tell.
Clint Tell, huh? Awful convenient timing. Waits for the murder to happen to report the murder. I don't like it. Time to see what's between the pages.
And so, the page of lawlessness turns yet again. Every paragraph, every word, painted in the blood of injustice. Today, it begins with a mailman dead in his own home. Was it murder, suicide, or something more? It's up to Queenie to decipher the scribbles of crime. Scene 2. Timothy's house. Front lawn, daytime.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's spelt doll. D-O-L-L.
Mr. Tell, touching another man's note is classified as assault.
The only assault here is the one being committed on my eyes. Oh, thank God, a different cop.
What's going on here? I could hear you shouting from down the street.
I've been trying to tell this officer my story all morning, but he just babbles nonsense. So I asked him to write it on this notepad, and I can't read any of it.
I can't get him to cooperate, Queenie. What should we do?
I'll take those notes. Go check the house.
Right away, Queenie.
Spelled rescind wrong. You're the one that made the phone call?
That's right. I'm Clint. Clint Tell. Thank you for coming, officer.
Detective.
Officer detective, of course.
Tell me what you saw.
Well, as I was trying to tell the other guy, I was waiting for my newspaper this morning, but it never came. I knew Timothy was the mailman, so I went over to see if he might have one to share. He always gets his paper early, you see. Well, I went over, knocked on his door, and when I didn't get an answer, I peeked inside and saw the mess.
Now hold on. You told my station that you went to his house, saw blood under the door, and then called us.
My mistake, officer. I'm so overwhelmed the details must have escaped me.
If you came over to get a newspaper, why didn't you check his mailbox first? He gets his papers early. Being the mailman and all, he would have delivered it to himself, went back inside, and then allowed himself to be murdered. Like a professional.
As I said, I wasn't thinking straight. Forgive me, Detective.
Tell me about this other thing you found, and maybe I will. This note says you found a doll.
Exactly. It was a children's doll. The kind you'd give to a little girl. Strangest thing I'd ever seen. There was a mess in the living room and blood stains, and there it was, in the middle of it all. It looked like any other doll, but its eyes were human. Those eyes. Those blue eyes. I could feel them staring into my soul. Oh, it was horrible.
Get it together. The only way this case gets solved is if you give me something to work with.
You're right. You're right. I just can't stomach the thought of some maniac running around uncontrolled.
Stay here. Get some coffee. I'll get to the bottom of this, or my name isn't Queenie Quillam. Rookie, did you finish checking the house already?
I went to look for the key, but there was no key.
Damn it, Rookie. You want to be a detective? You gotta be able to get through any door.
I wouldn't hold that against him. After all, he's only as good as his teacher.
Well, well. If it isn't Joanne Villain. I thought you quit our line of work years ago.
A detective never leaves a case unfinished, Queenie. You know that as well as I do.
And if they can't solve it, they make the pieces fit themselves, right?
Oh, Queenie. You still don't get how it works, do you? People want closure any way they can. I give them what they want. Simple. Case in point. A mailman is suddenly found dead. Everyone in the neighborhood is afraid. What if they're next?
Where's the key, Joanne?
Sorry. Can't let you get ahead, Queenie. This is my case now. I've hid it somewhere you'll never think to look.
Look what I found, Queenie. Doll, can I keep it?
Ask me later, Rookie. Once the case is closed.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, Joanne. Rookie is the smartest dumb person I know, and no amount of cunning and deception is going to work on him.
I got what I came for anyway. See you at the finish line, partner.
I've checked everything in the house. This doll is what's left.
Good job, Rookie. Unzip that bag, and let's have a look at it. My God!
Evidence. The holy grail of truth. Just like the humble mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, so too is evidence the powerhouse of the detective. Here, in the laboratory, Queenie searches for the answer. Finding it won't be easy. It will take focus, discipline, and a sharp pair of eyes. Scene 3. Q Investigations Laboratory.
Well, that is definitely a pair of eyes. I don't need that microscope there to tell you that.
But you do need one to spot other things. Pass me the forceps, Sebastian.
Here you are, Queenie. Gosh, it's amazing how someone can fit an entire body into such a small space.
That's why you take all the cotton out first. Let's see. Double silk hair weave with almond burnish. Missing its left ear. Half the right arm is singed and both its eyes have been replaced with humans. There's no mistaking it. This is the worst taxidermy I've ever seen. It doesn't even resemble a human.
That's it. It doesn't look human. I could have told you that. It's clearly a doll someone found in a bin and shoved our dead man's eyes into. Damn it, Queenie! I need results!
Watch it. I just finished setting the doll in place.
I'm sorry. I'm a little on edge. It's been 3 days and my morning hasn't been complete without my newspaper.
That's been everyone right now. The phone's been going off the hook in the office. According to the mayor, the city is on the verge of a shutdown. No one wants to even eat breakfast anymore. Oh, Queenie, you just gotta do something.
But what? It's too obvious. Someone goes to one store to buy a doll, and another store to buy a shrinking device. Then they shrink the body to fit the doll and stitch everything together. Nice and perfect. Just like this case.
Shrink Ray! What on earth are you talking about now?
Hold on, Chief. I'm still reading this note. Let me just get it out of there. Shrink the body to fit the doll and stitch everything together. Nice and perfect, just like this case. This must be the work of the Hench Boys. Signed, the Hench Boys.
The Hench Boys? Oh, they're always up to no good.
And they're damn near impossible to charge. We've tried everything, but they always go free. It's a waste of resources if you ask me.
I don't like them either, but we don't have a choice. Bring the Hench Boys in.
But where could they be? Basin City's huge.
I could send some cars out to patrol, but there's a lot of places they could be hiding.
Don't worry. I've got a guy who's a master of disguise.
In order to fight crime, you have to know crime. Know where it lurks, where it sleeps, and where it emerges before it strikes. Deep undercover, in the dark, violent back alleys of Basin City, a brave rookie of law enforcement hides unseen. Scene 4. Campfire, back alley, nighttime.
Hey, Donna, where's the fizzy drinks at? I'm thirsty.
It's right here, you big baby.
Man as you two, we may be homeless, but we aren't uncivilized. Speaking of, would you like something, man in a cactus costume?
I'll take some Dr. Soda.
Now then, welcome. Wait, what's your name?
Oh, warranty. Yeah, that's my name. Warranty expire. Yep.
Well, welcome to our group, One. We hope this back alley and all the others are to your liking.
We're all about family here. Stick with us and you're gonna become part of the biggest gang ever.
Don't judge us 'cause we're small. We're on our way to the top.
Found yourselves a new playmate, Hench Boys. Why is he dressed like a cactus?
I left my jacket in my other cactus.
That doesn't even... Moving on.
So what's up, Officer Boss Lady? Ow!
That's Detective. Look, we gotta talk about this case. It's Queenie. She's getting too close to solving it.
You needn't worry, Miss Verlaine. We've taken all necessary measures to ensure that doesn't happen.
This city and everything in it is mine, and I can't lose it to a Carmen knockoff and her diversity support group.
What about our part? Don't we deserve a reward for doing your dirty work?
Reward? I'm keeping you out of jail, you idiots. Fine. Have some gum and a laundry cart. I'll see you later.
Heck yeah! We got the whole package this time! That's like 9 pieces!
That's 3 pieces of gum for each of us.
And if we use the laundry card to divide each piece of gum into 3 pieces, we'll have 27 pieces in total, which means 9 pieces each.
Say, that's math!
Wait, but we have Warren here.
I just remembered I left my cat on.
I hate it when that happens.
Huh, there's a note.
It says, come to the police station on 2nd and Bonds. Yours deductively, Q.
The Hench Boys. Well known among the residents of Basin City, and especially among its law enforcement. Troublesome and evasive, the Hench Boys have never been caught. Many detectives have tried and failed. Will Queenie prevail, or will she become another tally on the board? Scene 5. Q Investigations, lineup room.
Well, look at you 3. You haven't changed a bit. Still causing trouble there, Pablo?
So what if I am? You got a problem with that?
I bet this is about the murder that's been going around.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Donna.
If you're going to arrest us, you'll have to bring the whole group in.
Nice to see you too, Leonard. Why don't we just talk it out first? This doll. You know anything about it?
Nope.
Never seen it.
I know nothing.
Now isn't the time to be playing dumb, you 3. Someone's been murdered. An honest public servant trying to keep the train of the city rolling. That man had parents, siblings, colleagues, friends. Now, they don't get their newspaper. Nor does anyone else. You know what total societal collapse is? That's a serious charge.
Ooh, she said the S word.
She thinks we did it.
But she can't arrest us without evidence.
That's right. You're all free to go.
Oh, come on, we did it! Did you see the blood?
Pablo, throwing red food coloring everywhere isn't going to fool me.
Oh yeah, you think the place being trashed was fake too?
No, that was real. But it's not the kind of damage you three could manage. This is deep, primal rage.
Surely you've read the note we left behind, crafted by yours truly.
You mean this note? Of course I knew it was you, Leonard. I know all your spelling errors. And we both know you can't afford a shrink ray. You're all free to go.
This isn't fair!
You can't just not oppress us like this.
The newspapers will hear about the... Oh, damn.
Sorry, hench boys. If you want to do the time, you've got to do the crime. This isn't good. With the hench boys ruled out, I don't have any leads. There's got to be something that spells this out. Wait a minute. That's it. Sebastian,
Yes, Queenie?
do you still have Rookie's note?
Yes, it's in his folder. Do you need me to grab it?
Please. And while I have you here, I need you to call in our next witness.
A new witness? Who is it?
The killer.
With the hench boys ruled out and a vital clue revealed at the last minute, Queenie has one final shot at reaching the truth. Standing quietly, like the press machines that once gave it life, Basin City waits for its deliverance. Will Queenie return justice to the streets? Only time will tell. Scene 6. Q Investigations lineup room.
Thank you for coming in, Mr. Tell.
Certainly, Detective. Have you found anything yet?
That's what I wanted to discuss. I have a few questions for you.
Me? Questions? Surely you don't think I'm a suspect. Oh, what a world.
Comes with the job. I've got to follow every lead I can. That means I talk to everyone. You understand.
Very well.
How close would you say you were to Timothy?
Oh, very close. Almost inseparable. I'd see him every morning at 9 o'clock. He'd drop off the newspaper with a smile. It must have been such hard work running around day in and day out. And the newspapers were always so well written.
Is that love I'm hearing in your voice?
Dare I say it? Yes, it was love. I couldn't imagine anyone wanting to hurt him.
I see. If you don't mind, I'm going to need your fingerprints for analysis.
Fingerprints? What do you need those for?
It's just a procedure, Clint. All I need you to do is sign at the bottom of this paper.
If you insist. Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
I just noticed a typo. The letter E in investigations was replaced with an A.
Oh, you're right. Sorry about that. The printer in our office is broken, so we've been having to write everything by hand. Let me just fix that for you.
Now, you've replaced it with a K. And why are there 3 O's in the word to? Stop it. You're making a mess of the form. Stop. Stop it. Stop it!
Hey, that's legal documentation.
Just what kind of detective are you? Aren't your kind supposed to uphold the highest standards of decency? In all my years, I have never seen such an affront to the English language. It's disgraceful. Utterly disgraceful.
Maybe you should take a little walk and cool down, Mr. Tell. Or should I say, Victor Timothy?
Curses! How did you figure it out?
It was easy, Timothy. You see, all mailmen have a violent, uncontrollable rage that by law they are forced to suppress. Most manage it, but there is one thing that will always set them off. Grammatical errors.
I just couldn't take it anymore. I've spent years serving this community, and I could handle the long days and the dogs chasing me. Hell, I'd smile whenever the neighborhood kids shot at me with their paint guns. But the journalistic standards, they just kept going down, and the errors kept piling up. I tried to fix them before the papers were delivered, but there were just so many. I couldn't keep up. Eventually, I couldn't even look at the Sudoku puzzles without fainting.
You could have quit, Timothy. Found work as a bank robber. That's an honest job.
I know. It all just happened in the moment.
Tell me what happened, Timothy. No more lying.
It was just a normal morning. I went out to deliver my first paper.
Let me guess. Clint was that first person?
That's right. And when I gave him the paper, you know what he did? He gave me a thank you note. And in it was every wrong thing you could possibly imagine. Misspellings, run-on sentences, inappropriate indents. The text wasn't even the same size in places. My vision went red. By the time I'd returned to my senses, Clint was on the floor. Dead. I panicked.
And then? You stuffed him into a doll and took on his identity for yourself.
I just wanted to help my community. To save them from their own bad press. Is that so wrong?
Victor Timothy, you're under arrest for the murder of Clint Tell. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Victor Timothy, once mailman, now murderer. In a fit of editorial rage, Timothy took everything from his neighbor Clint. His life, his identity, and his daily copy of the Basin Chronicles. For these crimes, Victor Timothy will be sentenced to hard time and rehabilitated through the use of picture books. Scene 7, Q Investigations Office.
Well, Queenie, you've done it again. Case closed.
Closed? Nothing's ever really closed. This city, its people, they're all just doors waiting to be opened. Anyone could open the wrong door and fall down the rabbit hole. I won't rest until all the doors are locked, closed, tight.
You're so inspirational, Queenie. I could just watch you work all day. Oh, I'll get that. Hello? Uh-huh. All right, I'll let her know. Hey, Queenie, there's someone outside who wants to say hello.
Hello, Queenie.
Hi, you can't just barge in here like that without an appointment.
Don't worry. I'm only saying to congratulate Queenie on her case.
It's just another day on the job, Joanne.
Well, enjoy it while you can, Queenie. Next time, it'll be me who comes out on top.
You won't let her win, right, Queenie?
It's not about winning, Sebastian. It's about solving the case.
Another day, another case closed. But the battle against evil is never ending. So long as Basin City exists, it will need a watchful protector, a beacon of justice for all criminals to know and fear. Tune in next week for the newest adventures of The Man Called Q.
The Man Called Q is brought to you by Story Institute Prince George, starring Lydia Free as Queenie Quillam, Jimmy May as Sebastian's secretary, Timothy Orion Lee as Rookie, Kate Liu as Joanne Villain, Seth Hayes as Pablo, Alyssa M. Scott as Donna, Zach Hill as Leonard, Colton Fitzsimmons as Clint Tell, Kieran Dyson as Victor Timothy, Skylar Macarthur as the narrator, and me, Caleb Oman as Chief Keith. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.